Hello, class 11th student. Today I'm going to start chapter 9 from your book Statistic for Economics. Topic is Measures of Central Tendency, Arithmetic Mean. This is part 1. First of all, we should know what is the meaning of central tendency. The central tendency is a single figure that represents the whole mass of the data, like per capita income, like GDP growth, like population growth rate. So these are the average number, like inflation rate. So that going to represent about whole economy. Okay, so same way, this central tendency, our central value is the value that going to represent a general nature, general figure, yeah, generalized information about the whole uh, population. Okay, like per capita income. If you are going to compare per capita income of India with America, so it is clear that कि Indian people are still very far away from the development of America. Okay, their per capita income is too high. It's mean per person availability of goods and services is too high. They are enjoying a good lifestyle and standard of living. We have to work hard to achieve that. Okay, now what is arithmetic mean? So, mean is the number which is obtained by adding the value of all the items of a series and then it is divided by the total number of the item. Yani ki sigma x upon n. This is your mean, and this is denoted by x bar. When all the items of a series are given equal importance, then it is called simple arithmetic mean. And when different items of a series given different weight according to with their relative importance, it is known as a weighted arithmetic mean. Okay. Now, main purpose and function of the average. To represent a brief picture of the data like per capita income, just with the help of this per capita income, we are able to understand about the condition of a country. Now, compare. So it's make very easy to compare two things like average height of one class is given and average height of another class is given, so we can generalize that whose in which uh, classrooms student site is more in compared to other one. Okay, now basis of statistical analysis. Obviously without getting the arithmetic mean we can't calculate standard deviation. Okay, there will be the problem. So if we want to calculate dispersion correlation, so obviously we required arithmetic mean. One value for all the group are a series. So this is actual mean of mean. Okay, uh, it is a number that going to represent the whole population. Okay, now essential of a good average. If you are calculating mean, yani you are calculating the average, so what it should have? Easy to understand. Okay, next easy to compute, yani ki calculation is not going to be very tough, the process is going to be simple. Rigidity defined, yani if I'm going to calculate or anyone is going to calculate, same answer is going to be okay, and process will be same. So this is was rigidity defined based on all the item of the series. Okay, when we are going to calculate the arithmetic mean, so we are going to concern with the all item, yani it is related, it is based upon all item. Okay, next is certain in character. Obviously already I had told you it is calculated by anyone or by any method. You are going to use direct method, shortcut method, step deviation method, but the answer is going to be same. Okay, now list effect of the change in the sample. Okay, if we are using mean to calculate the average, if there is change in the sample, there will be very least effect that is given here. Capable of algebraic treatment. So obviously arithmetic mean is very helpful to find out the correlation, very helpful to find out the dispersion. Okay, so in this way it is very useful. Okay, now merits of arithmetic mean, the same way, it is very simple because anyone can understand the process and anyone can calculate, answer is going to be the same. Certainty means that if you are using any formula, any method of calculation, answer is going to be the same based on all the item, because what we equation use, we use x bar is equal to sigma x upon n. Sigma x means all the sum total of all the item. Okay, so in this way it is based upon all the item. Algebraic treatment possible, already I had told you. Standard deviation we can calculate if we are knowing the mean. Okay, basis of comparison, so if we know the mean value of two groups, so we can compare very easily. Accuracy test possible, obviously if there is any by mistake we had written wrong anything, so we can correct it. No scope for estimated value. Okay, so accuracy is very important. Okay, estimation is not important here. Now, what are the limitation of arithmetic mean? First of all, effect of extreme value. So, extreme value, if we are going to calculate the arithmetic mean, and some of the items are having very high value and some of them are having very least value, so in this case arithmetic mean is not going to be very useful way of calculating the average. Next is mean value may not figure in the series. Okay, huh, it can be that ki whatever the value, whatever the answer we get when we are calculating the arithmetic mean, maybe that number is not given in the value. Unsuitability. Okay, uh, like in open end series we are not able to find out this. Okay, misleading conclusion, like average student is 52.5, so 0.5 is not having any meaning because we can't have any half student. Okay, cannot be used in case of qualitative phenomena. Okay, if it is given honesty, education, uneducated, married, unmarried, so such type of things are given, there is not useful. Get destroyed by extreme value of the series. Okay, so these are the limitation of the arithmetic mean. Okay, now let me start our main topic, major topic. The types of arithmetic statistical series. There are two types of statistical series: mathematical average and positional average. Mathematical average includes three things: arithmetic, geometric, and harmonic. So in our syllabus there is only one, that is arithmetic mean. Now positional average, there are three things: median, partition value, and mode. So median and mode already you had learned till the your 10th class, and in partitional value we are going to learn quartile, percentile, and decile. Okay, now arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is what? Is a simple average of all the item in a series. How we are going to calculate total value of all the item upon number of the item. Like here is given कि Ram plays 5 matches, Shyam plays 6 matches, Mohan 7, Krishna 8, and Ravi 9. What will be the average number of the matches played by the Ram? Okay, Shyam, Mohan, Krishna, Ravi would be determined as under. The number of the matches we are going to add, and how many boys are there? 5. Then this way 7. 7 is the average matches that is played by these 5 students. So this is your arithmetic mean. Now there are, already I had told you in the first slide, there are two type of arithmetic mean. Simple arithmetic mean, when all the items are given equal importance, then it is simple arithmetic mean. Weighted, when according to the importance weights are given, so this is known as a weighted arithmetic mean. Okay, so now we are going to understand calculation of simple arithmetic mean. Within that, individual series. Okay, what is individual series? In these series there are no frequency, item or values of variable are listed singly. So this is the meaning of individual series. For example, marks obtained by 10 student listed singly, like your example is like your mark slip, like your attendance register. So detail of all the students are given separately. Okay, in other words, there is no class of item and no frequency. So there are three methods, but in your syllabus there is only two methods. Okay, Now, first of all, direct method. Okay, following steps are involved in this method. First of all, we are going to add all the items, we are going to add all the items, then find out total number of the item and divide this sigma x upon n. Yani you are going to use this equation, and in this way you are able to find average. For example, here is given one example. There are wages, so there are total, it is given 140, 150, 180, 200, 250, 300, 220, 350, 450, 260. So first of all, we are going to arrange in a sequence, yani ascending order. Here it is arranged. Then we have written serial number. So there are total, how many workers are there? 10. And when we are going to add all these value, we are able to get its sum total, that is 2500. Now obtain sigma x by adding all the value of x. Divide the total value of values by the number of the observation, that is 10. So when we put the value on this equation, sigma x upon n, so 2500 upon 10, we get 250 rupees. So average wage of workers is 250 rupees. Okay. Now shortcut method, assumed mean method. If the number of the observation in the data is large, it is difficult to compute arithmetic. In that case, we are going to use shortcut method. Okay, what is this? So in this method, we are going to consider any number as a assumed arithmetic mean, and from that we are going to calculate deviation, and we are going to add this deviation and divide this deviation by number of the item. Here is given, same question is calculated with the shortcut method. So total number of worker are 10. We had arranged this values in ascending order. 220 is considered as a assumed mean. Now we are going to calculate differences. So D, how we calculate D? X minus A, yani 140 minus 220, 8 minus 80, फिर 220 minus 150, 170, 220 minus 180 यानी कि minus 40, फिर 220 minus 200 minus 20, 220 minus 220 0, फिर 250 minus 220 30, 260 minus 220 40, 300 minus 220 80, फिर 350 minus 220 130, and 450 minus 220. So we get 230. Now we are going to add this deviation. So we get sigma 300. Okay. Now we are going to put this value on this item. So A plus sigma D upon n. So 220, that is assumed mean. Sigma D is 300 and number of item is 10. So when we are going to calculate it, so 10, 3, so when we divide we get 30, and when we add it is 250. So this is the average. Okay student, so in this way you both the method you come to know. In the first method, that is direct method, what we are going to do, sigma x upon n. So whatever value of x is given, we are going to add it, okay, and then we are going to divide it by n. Okay, and sigma d, just one step we are going to add. We are going to assume any number as a assumed mean, and from that number we are going to calculate deviation, then add these deviation and divide with the number of the item, and in this way you are able to get mean. Okay, so thank you for today.